Christy in Calgary over here, and today we're going to talk about how you can lose your South African accent fast. So by now you would have seen my video with regards to why I lost my South African accent on purpose, and you might be kind of intrigued. Maybe I should lose my South African accent now that I'm living in another place. There are some major factors that are going to play into you losing your accent. I think if you immigrate before the age of 12 into another country, you are probably going to lose your accent, especially if you're speaking English as your dominant language in both of those countries. If you're over the age of 15, it's going to depend a little bit on you as an individual. That's going to depend on your dominant language, your ability to pick up sounds that are different. If you have a musical ear, that plays into it as well. Another factor is dominant language. I've seen this countless times. When Afrikaner kids or any other language that's the dominant language move into a North American context and they switch to a new dominant language, English, it is almost with certainty that they are going to lose their accents pretty quickly. Okay, warning alert. For some people, it is super easy to switch accents. I worked in theater and film and TV, and it was always very comfortable for me to switch onto different accents. As a kid, even I played around with accents. So to me, it's like switching an outfit. It's totally fine. But for some people, it is actually incredibly hard to switch an accent. There's like some sort of block in their head. And I've seen it. They're actors as well. They're good actors. They're creative individuals. But it's something about it that is just such a switch in the way that you're speaking. Unless they work at it for years, it is really hard to do. So it's going to really vary, and kind of keep that in the back of your mind. What are the 3 easy ways that you can change your accent? The first one is free. And I would actually recommend that you start with this one. If you listen to a North American podcast and you really you sit down, you focus in on it, you listen to the sounds, and you try to imitate. The reason this is great is that it really focuses in on your ear, and you can listen to that podcast again and again and repeat little segments of it until you start to make a little bit of a switch in your placement. The second step to this is listening or watching American or Canadian TV, not just sitting there watching an entire episode. No, this is actual work. You want to have a program like news is really great because you actually get to see the broadcaster's mouth and their placement. And again, you want to do little segments where you repeat what you hear and then also what you are seeing. It's going to help with the placement of your mouth. I want to say that this method, it is free, so that's the nice component to it. The downside is it doesn't have an outside barometer for evaluating how you are actually doing. And that can be difficult to know if you are actually improving. But I would say it's a great idea to start calibrating your ear to a different accent. Option number 2, which will see faster results and probably more accurate results, is a course that I took. It's through 21 Accents, Amy Walker. Very popular, very affordable as well. It's about under $75 Canadian, and it's pre-recorded videos where she helps you with the placement of sounds, and that will bring a level of awareness to your accent that you probably didn't have before. She also has coaching online with their coaches, which are actually pretty affordable compared to the rates that are out there. I get it. If you're an immigrant and you're new and you're like, this is the last thing I need to spend money on, sign up for a newsletter. She does do sales a couple times a year, Black Friday or some sort of special holiday, which lowers the price a little bit. But I will say the value of that particular course was so great to me. It was even better than in person because I could learn the sounds, repeat them, and then connect with a coach and work on North American accents, but I was also working on very particular UK accents, and is super helpful, and I recommend that. And I'm not being paid for it. I'm just someone who actually used her course and really liked it. If you're in the Calgary area and you'd like to have a coach in person, you feel like that would make a big difference, send me a note and I will send you a referral to someone that I have used. Word of caution, it is more expensive, and I find that probably isn't the best place to start. It's almost overwhelming, the amount of knowledge that you go through, and it's pretty intense. So if you are interested still and you're like, this is the way I have to go, I can send you the information if that makes it better. Okay, that is everything for this week. I hope you subscribed down below. I do interesting little videos like this for immigrants who come to North America that they can find helpful, especially South Africans. If you're interested in my day-to-day life, you can follow me on Instagram at Christy in Calgary. Tot volgende week.